Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Friday, March 14th, 2014. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. We're going to start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. Futures right now are trading down by about 6 points, 5 3/4. You can see them really selling a little bit, really right around 7 o'clock. Selling started to come in this market. A few things we got to talk about. First, the Asian markets last night were down really across the board. You had the Nikkei 225 index finish down 3.3%. The Hang Seng was down 1%. The Shanghai Composite was down 0.75%, testing the 2,000 level on the Shanghai now, which is, a big psychological number, but nonetheless, the market there looks, very, very weak. The Nikkei falling the way it did with the weaker dollar yen just tells us that money is coming out really across the board, and we're starting to lose that liquidity that's been in the system. So, again, we'll see how this all plays out today, but pretty weak market to start the session. Now, generally on Fridays, we look for a flat to slightly positive trading day, but I don't think that's the case today. So, be prepared for anything. I don't know if the market's going to go down, if it's going to finish flat, or it's going to even carve out a positive gain. But right now in the morning, expect that volatility. At least in the morning session. Looking across the pond to Europe, you have the German DAX down about 0.8%. German DAX has been falling like a rock. You have Milan market, which has been holding up fairly well, down about 2.25%, along with the Spanish IBEX 35. French CAC 40 is down 1.4%, and the London FTSE 100 down about 0.6%. So any way you slice it or dice it, there's nothing pretty out here. But the problems remain intact. The problems in Crimea between Russia and the Ukraine are still there. The weak economic data continues to flow out of China. And Japan's debt levels, maybe one day somebody will address them. They are enormous. So let's see how this all plays out going forward. But today you want to be a little bit on guard. If you watch the dollar-yen chart, it really fell yesterday pretty sharply. And again, we're seeing it decline a little bit today. Ultimately, I do think it's going lower either way. So there could be some short-term bounces, but nonetheless, this goes down, the market goes down. That's the bottom line. The one thing I would say today you want to be a little bit aware of, CNBC has Warren Buffett on this morning. Whenever they bring Warren Buffett on, it's usually to calm down the markets, to try to put some calm into the system. And Warren Buffett is on CNBC today talking up how you have to think long-term and things like that. But the bottom line is when Warren Buffett's on TV, that's really when there's real problems. And again, we cannot invest like Warren Buffett, all right, just for the fact that, remember in 2008 he bought Goldman Sachs at around $125 a share, watched it go all the way down to $48 a share. But he's the only person in the world with that kind of staying power. Independent traders simply just can't do that. So again, watch this market today, be a little bit on guard, and we'll see how it all shakes out and plays out. But you got to be careful if they're bringing on the big wood like Warren Buffett. That could be telling you something, and ultimately, right now, it's telling you the market is weak. There are a lot of stocks out here today. We're going to take a look at Aeropostale first. Ticker symbol is ARO. Stock closed at $7.30. It's trading at $6.15. The stock is getting decimated. I have no levels here. The only level I think may give you a short-term support area or a small little bounce area would be $5. That's still another dollar and change lower. Other than that, there really isn't much here. Aeropostale is just getting hammered, but I would not be stepping in at this stage of the game. Next one we're going to look at is General Motors. They're being blamed for about 300 deaths. I don't know how bad the stock would get hit on this news. Nonetheless, it is a little bit on the weaker side. GM right now trading at $33.60. Looks like there was a problem with their airbags. Right now, yesterday the stock closed at $34.09. The only level I'm seeing for this stock would be around $33.48, $33.50. There will be some short-term support there. So if you want to be an aggressive trader, you can look for a scalp around the $33.48 level. Let's move on to General Mills. Looks like General Mills came out with some guidance that's a little bit on the weaker side. It looks like they're going to guide the current quarter below analyst expectations. Right now, General Mills is trading at $49.39. I have a support level here, two levels. The one is going to be around $48.13, and the other level is going to be at $47.05. So both levels could be bounce areas intraday for a scalp trade. Remember, a scalp trade is simply just a fast day trade between 10 and 30 minutes. Okay, so you're just going to look for a quick pop, going to take a little bite out of the market. You're not looking for a home run or looking to hold a stock for days. You're looking to hold it for just a few minutes. It should give you a bounce at those levels. Okay, two levels, 48.13, 47.05 on General Mills. Next one we're going to look at here is this HIBB. This is Hibbett Sports. The stock is getting hit a little bit today. You can see here it's trading at 55.25. It closed at 57.84. I will have gap levels for this equity, but right now the 55 level is still a big spot. But once it breaks, this could go significantly lower. So I will have some gap levels. They'll be posted up in the chat room at 9 a.m. for this one. Next one I'm going to look at is Alta Salon. This stock is behaving pretty well. It's catching a nice bid. It closed at 89.51. I believe they reported earnings. The stock now is trading up at $95.50. I do have levels here to scalp this one. It's a light volume equity, so the scalp comes with higher risk. But those levels will be posted in the chat room up at 9 o'clock in the morning. The next one we're going to look at is IRE, which is the Bank of Ireland. The stock closed yesterday at 19.06. It's trading at 18.29. The stock does not have support, in my opinion, till it gets down to 17.07. So keep that level on your radar today, 17.07. There could be a scalp play there. I know the 50-day daily moving average is at 18.05. It may find a little bit of support, but when you get this kind of a fall to this degree, this magnitude, and with the market being somewhat weak, you got to look at the other levels below it. And that right now it looks like 17.07 is the level I'm seeing for IRE. There could be a scalp play there if you're an aggressive trader. So keep that on your radar. Let's go over to the gold market today. Gold is trading up $5. So gold is holding up very, very well. Really no problems with the chart. It's in an uptrend. Gold continues to move up each and every day. Gold miners today are also inching up a little bit more. So gold miners yesterday started to make a move. Today they're making an even better move. They're trading up a little bit more. So gold miners look fairly strong, at least at the opening, at the start of the session today, or at least right now, which it's 8:42 in the morning. So gold miners both look really good today. Any problems? Dollar yen moves lower. Expect gold and gold miners to go higher. If the dollar yen catches a bid, gold and gold miners will pull back. So that's what you want to watch right now. That's the relationship that's intact, and we'll see how it plays out. Let's go to the oil markets quickly. Light sweet crude is trading higher by about 68 cents to $98.88 a barrel. If we go to the USO, what you'll see here is that the USO is upticking a little bit, trading at 35.52. This is a good way to play light sweet crude. Right now, if oil does come down, or the USO I should say comes down, you're going to watch the 34.60, 34.50 area. That should be pretty good support. Other than that, maybe oil gets a little bit of a bounce today. That's a possibility as well, as the 35.21 level is support. USO is currently trading at 35.52. All right, so with that said, everybody, I'm going to leave it there, short and sweet. Today is a Friday. I want to wish you all a great trading day, and let's see what this market gives us. We'll see if the Friday effect kicks in, which usually causes the market to be flat to slightly positive. I'm not so sure about that, but today CNBC putting up Warren Buffett on the television set, and we'll see if that does calm the markets down. But generally, that really, in my book, just tells me there's bigger problems out there that they need to do that. With that said, everybody, have a great trading day. We'll see you on the charts.